This is Goku 47-1, my first series review, The Legend of Zelda, where I will review all of the console Legend of Zelda games. I'm going to start with The Legend of Zelda for NES. This game is a very good game. It came out during the Nintendo age, and it was one of the first games on the Nintendo, and it introduced us to a brand new character, Link. Now, let's start out with the story. Because this is on the Nintendo Entertainment System, the story is actually very simple, but it's actually a very good story. The story is about a young boy named Link who goes on a quest, starting out by getting his sword, and he has to get the 8 pieces of one of the 3 Triforces and fight the evil known as Ganon, and save the Princess Zelda. Next, gameplay. The gameplay might seem very simple, but actually for the time, it was extremely revolutionary. It had an open world where you could go pretty much anywhere you wanted to the confines of the items you had to go there. The more items you get, the more areas that become available. And the game also allowed you to go into several dungeons from the beginning. You didn't have to go in the right dungeon at the right time. And the higher the dungeon, the harder it was. So you could get into trouble. But the game involved this new system of where you had to solve puzzles, and it was not just an action-based game. It had combat, it had really good combat for the time, and the monsters were actually good. There were a lot of different types of monsters, and the game did a lot for the technology that was available. Link looked pretty cool, and it was this adventure game where you go around and you explore and you get these heart pieces and you become more powerful, and you have to go through these 8 dungeons. And once you beat the game, it didn't just end like most games. Actually, you got to go to another part where now you have to go through 16 dungeons, which it was inverted, and it was very much similar, but it was more gameplay. And this was one of the first games to ever have the save feature, which was really revolutionary back in the day. Today we take saving for granted, with the fact that we don't even need memory cards anymore, we just have hard drives. But back then, being able to save a game any means was big, and being able to actually save it on your cartridge was huge. Now, the cons of the game. I really have been thinking about cons, and I really can't think of a lot of cons of the game, other than the fact that you have to die to save. And that's the only big con I really can come up with this game, because every other con I've actually come up with is limitations in technology, and I really can't consider that a con, because it's not the it's not the game's fault. It was the time it came out, and I've played a lot of games since. The game looks good for what it is, and that's really all I can say on the cons, because there really isn't much cons here. Sorry that I let you down with cons this time. The pros are a lot. The style of game, the intelligence of the game, the fun, the replay value, the fact that once you beat the game, there's more to play. There's a lot of pros here, and I'm not going to go through an hour telling you all, because I basically told you a lot about this game. Another pro you need to know is the fact that this game has come out many times on many platforms, and currently on the Wii and on the Game Boy Advance. So if you don't own this game, you should go buy it. That's the only pro you need to know, because this game is amazing. And even for today, it still lives up to anything that has come out today. That's how good of a game it really is. This is the first game in the series. Soon, I'll be doing Zelda 2. But for now, this review is over. Thank you. This is Goku 47-1, and here is the first of my series review. Please leave or a video response if you have anything to say about this, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and I've enjoyed making this. Have a good day.